Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to show you my current character slash project slash whatever I'm going to do with this one. You're probably gonna ask yourself now, hey, wait a second, didn't you play like a Scion Divine Ire? What happened to that one? Because that was like 3 days ago. Yes, this is actually true, and the Scion is still alive, but it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to work out. But this is going to be a small build guide, is just showcase of what I'm playing at the moment, or what I plan to play. About the Scion thing, I'm planning to make let's say a roundup video for the past, or at least for the 2 weeks into Synthesis League, what I experienced, drops, whatever happened, characters that I played or tried out, and so on. So I don't really want to mess around with this in this video, because I want to give this video a little bit more priority, although the other video might be more important. But you know, leveling a character, gearing him, and so on is kind of progress that you do throughout the day or the days. So this one I leveled up completely yesterday, started the character yesterday in the morning, got to Kitaver in the evening. So today, at least I did some maps already, it's like level 77, but it goes so fast, so I have to make this one before the character gets like level 95 or something. So it is a Stormbrand CI. Yeah, actually a little bit low energy shield yet, but Stormbrand CI Trickster. And the thing about Trickster is I always refuse to play Trickster. The only Trickster that I ever played was in Solo Self-Found. It was an Essence Drain character. But since the Trickster got a major rework, I honestly think that the Trickster is going to be the new Scion. So yeah, I think we're just gonna run a map here, as I said, level 77. So maybe we're gonna go for this Burial Chamber again and hope. Hey, wait, can we play this Uncorrupt? I dropped that somewhere, but I have no idea. If this is Elemental Reflect, RIP experience, I would say. So to explain quick current play style, so you can follow that and why these brands are working that well. Let's check. Is it? No, it's not an Elemental Reflect, but we have some other mods here. So let me quickly explain. So you have a total of, with the skill tree, 5 brands. They are listed over here, so you can see on the top side of your bar where they are placed at the moment somehow, or how many you have in total, so something like that. But yeah, it shows that I have 5, right? So there is only not the Storm brand, we also have the brand recall. And this is where things get interesting. So usually, if you have never played Storm brand, you would assume that you run around, place your brands, and yeah, they will just do some AoE and next mob pack, and you're gonna play some more, and then next and more. No, it's not like that, because we have brand recall. What brand recall does is it will get all your active brands to yourself, right? So that means at some point you're just gonna run around, and as soon as you approach a mob pack, you're gonna press brand recall, get all your brands to you, and they will just start to make the area of effect. What's even better on this one, what I can hardly showcase here, but I will give you the small idea how this will work. At the moment I'm using brand recall with empower and enhance. They are both level 2, my brand is level 5. This will get to level 6, then corruption to level 7. What I will make is also the increased cooldown recovery speed of the brand recall, and yeah, and the attachment range. So they have, if you recall them, they can spread even further. So the interesting thing about this one is it currently has a cooldown of 2 seconds, which is fairly long. And it will also refresh the attached and detached duration by up to 1.2 seconds. That means it has the brands have a certain, where is it? Brent, where are you? Brent. Here you are. They have a certain amount of duration that they can be on an enemy or laying around, right? But when you probably get your cooldown lower than 1.2 seconds, basically, you would only use those brands in the start and then just keep on brand recalling them, because they will always get like 1.2 seconds in the duration, you know? And if your cooldown is lower than that, then probably you can spam them forever. So, enough talking. So you just see that I'm just spawning them somewhere, and then I run into mob group, press my brand recall, and keep on going, you know, brand recall, go over here, brand recall. I mean, my cooldown is a little bit too low at the moment, or too high, better said, so I sometimes have to push them again, or at least to resummon them, as I just explained. But yeah, in the end, the playstyle is actually very, very, very enjoyable. So, in one hand, pressing the brands, but the brand recall makes it actually super good in map clearing. If you never played that spell, you probably think about, hey, wait a second, this is actually more a boss killer ability. But yeah, with Impulsor and the brand recall, this is a freaking nice map clearing skill. And with the new Trickster ascendancy, it gets hilariously fast, dude. I cleared maps in less than a minute yesterday. That was like insane. Obviously, I'm not even have my cap on my cast speed and my area of effect and whatever. Important currency, chromatic orb. As a broke player, you just need to pick up everything. But yeah, I'm currently on like 4.4k energy shield, which is not a lot, but yeah. You're gonna see that my gear is actually the reason why it's so shitty, but yeah. So I think let's do this one here. I refuse to do those two modifiers, that means, or two-way modifiers or memories. So what I do is I just gonna randomly run around, kill some mobs, and then at some point I'm just gonna run into the blue shroud, whatever it is, and then get back to the map to keep on clearing. Yay, level up. Perfect. So let's kill the boss real quick, pretty straightforward. Get your brands down. You can actually do them here, because on the brand recall they will be in here as well. But yeah, you're just gonna get your brands on the target, then you just run around. You could actually do some traps, lightning spire trap, whatever it is. But the damage will ramp up real quick. So that will not be hard to actually just 1-2 shot whatever boss. Or at least 1 or 2 seconds for the boss. Okay, nice. Playstyle check. Let's get this whatever. So, how does this work? As I explained just now with the Storm brand and the recall. Let's go over the gear real quick if you're interested. Just a regular Huber circlet with some resistance, some energy shield, nothing too fancy. Best enchant ever that I got yesterday on my Smirklap, I think. Frostwall duration, what the fuck. Okay, so here we have at the moment Herald of Thunder, Curse and Hit support, Conductivity and Onslaught support. What I'm currently not using, okay? This is a placeholder because I'm not sure if I should actually play with the Herald of Thunder at the moment to have some more free mana, or as you just saw, that was Wrath. We didn't really have a mana problem, so we can go both, or at least either. The reason for that is, as a CI character, you would usually run the Wrath and the Herald of Thunder. But yeah, I'm an energy shield character, so I don't really want to miss discipline. So I gotta give the discipline priority, because that will actually give me, yeah, like almost 1,000 energy shield just from that point of state, right? And this discipline is like, I think, level 19 or so, whatever. So, yeah, Huber circles, just energy shield and resistances. Then at the moment, I'm actually wearing 2 void batteries, which are kinda insane. But I gotta admit, they are not cheap at any point, you know. Like, basically all my gear is just junk, to be honest. A 5-link impulsor is just nice, and the double void battery. So I'm at least a power charge based build, means I picked up all the power charges over here. Then we have like 3 power charges, right? As usual, then 3 on the tree makes it 6. Then we get 1 from our Ascendancy, makes it 7, and then dual Void Battery plus 2 in that case, and we reach 9 power charges. What that means, we get 9 times 50 spell damage, because 25 each of the Void Batteries. We do lose about 160 of those, but in the end, if you calculate this like, you have 9 times 25, actually 9 times 50, my bad. Holy shit, I'm so bad. And it's actually the same. What the fuck? I'm actually boosted. Anyways, and then we're gonna minus the 160 that we lose from the void batteries, and we end up having almost 300 increased spell damage with a shitload of cast speed, crit chance. Like, void batteries are just insane. They just doesn't offer any survivability. So if you want to play it more safe, get just a regular spell damage wand and use a shield, and you're fine. Probably I'm gonna do this one for Uber Elder. We're gonna see how much I can ramp up. I want to get to like 7-8k-ish energy shield with that one. I hope I can reach that with the regular gear. So what else do we have? Let's say Flame Dash, faster casting, Arcane Surge. So every time we use Flame Dash, we get our Arcane Surge buff, pretty straightforward. Here, as I said, the Brand Recall with Empower and Enhance. I'm just trying to level those up and then gonna Val it, and with my RNG, they probably gonna go back from level 3 to level 2. But maybe we get lucky and get that level 4, but I don't think. But at some point, I would like to have a level 7 Brand Recall, because they can level up to level 6. Then Valing for level 7, 4, that would be insane. So next one on the list is an Impulsor's Broken Heart. Yeah, Impulsor is pretty insane in terms of the clear speed. Obviously, if you never played Impulsor, these are the, how you say it, the explosion that you do. So if you're gonna take a Tabula, should I actually showcase that? That will take quite a while, but yeah, why not? So let's get our basically 5 link into here. So you can see basically, if we're gonna run the Blood Aqueducts for a moment. So you see how much value that actually has. And this is a priority in the clear speed of mapping, right? For bosses, not really that mandatory, but you have still the increased effect of shock, which is actually pretty nice damage increase. So this is now with an Impulsor. You will see that the brand's still gonna do some AoE, but it's not that fast. They just jump around and connect to the next, connect to the next, connect to the next. But with the Impulsor, as you saw, every like shocked enemy will make an explosion once they die. And this will actually make a big chunk of area of effect, and this will make you clearing quite fast. So basically every time you place a brand, they will just gonna explode, and the bigger the density, the bigger the explosions will be, and that will be a big chunk of more clear speed that you will have throughout the mapping. So that's actually pretty insane. Not the cheapest item, but definitely playable without. So if you have absolutely no currency, solo self-found, whatever, you know, just get the regular armor and you will actually be fine. And at some stages, if you find one in solo self-found, why do I get the idea of solo self-found? Not sure, but anyways. So maybe at some point you can afford an Impulsor. Mine is currently 5 link because I just have no RNG. I don't know how many hundreds, was it thousands? Few things I sticked into that one. I got like 3 or 4 times the 5 link, and yeah. It just doesn't happen in this league, I don't know. Okay, let's move over. Yeah, for the gems here, we have the Stone Brand with Power Charge on Critical, which is pretty nice to have. They are actually giving you more spell damage per power charge. So wielding Void Batteries, having 9 power charges, this is actually one of the mandatory support gems that you want to link with it, you know? So at some point you are like, okay, power charge and crit is just like, you want to have that in your 6 links so you can generate power charges. Yes, but this line here, this support skill deal 4% more damage per power charge, makes it actually super interesting to have it, to run it basically in your 6 link. So we would actually have the Swift Killer, which will give us a power and frenzy charge on kill, which is super nice. But on bosses like Shaper, if there are no ads, you're not gonna generate power charges. So you will need to find a way to generate them throughout hitting a target, critting a target, and so on. We would have that while channeling, but since the brand is just like a brand and not a channeling skill, we have no use of that line here, gain a power charge or frenzy charge each second while channeling. That would be maybe by Divine Ire, Winter Orb, something like that, where it would be pretty crucial to have, right? So yeah, that's why power charge and critical. Then we have the Elemental Proliferation. This is actually ailments caused by support skill spread to other enemies in a radius of 15. This will actually help spreading our ailments, our shock, our explosions, whatever. So usually if you run Stonebrand, you could play it with an Elementalist, because this spread is something the Elementalists have, right? So if you're not an Elementalist, use the Elemental Proliferation and your clear speed will be a lot better after that. So then we have added Lightning and Lightning Penetration, pretty straightforward for Lightning builds. I would use Control Destruction on a 6 link. I'm not having too much crit yet, so that's why why I'm not using the Control Destruction yet. But we're gonna see. I think this link works out pretty fine for now. Then on the gloves, we are just having Energy Shield Resistance. At the moment having Wrath and Discipline in here. So I'm leveling up gems because I have some gem slots open. Then we have the Syntrack boots. They are pretty nice. They have a shitload of energy shield, which is quite fine. That's all you need as an ES-based character. Currently having in the Val Righteous Fire and the increased duration support. So once we're mapping, we're just gonna get those souls, and on the boss, pop your Val Righteous Fire, do a freaking 27% more spell damage. So our Stormbrand will hit even harder in that encounter then. And yeah, that's a pretty nice DPS increase. And a pretty usual cast when damage taken support Immortal Call. Nothing too fancy here. So basically, as you saw, I'm not even playing Herald of Thunder, not even playing Herald of Thunder at the moment, because I'm using Wrath and Discipline, so I need to figure out, like, with an Enlightened support, maybe if I'm a higher level, I'm going down this Sovereignty, so we have reduced mana cost, and then we're gonna take this one here as well with the reduced mana, so we can actually run Herald of Thunder, Wrath and Discipline, and still have enough mana left. We're gonna see how this one works out at some point. So that would mean that we have basically a 4-link free, and here a 4-link free. So I'm not sure what I really want to get into that, because I have my Flame Dash, that's my movement skill, I have my brands, and I have my recall. What else do I need? Pretty much nothing. So in that case, we could actually get maybe a 4-link cast when damage taking setup, maybe a Golems, maybe a Lightning Spire Trap for better single target. What I actually tried out already, but I don't like placing the traps. I'd rather just use my brands and run around like a headless chicken. That's just more enjoyable for me, because throwing the traps and then the boss moves away, and maybe an Uber Elder, or where you actually want to have some more DPS, maybe you can build in this one, which is actually pretty fine. But I just don't like it. I'm just super lazy, you know. All I want to do is run around, use my brand recall, see things exploding, loot, and have fun, go to the next map, you know. I don't want to really care about multiple options of DPS sources, although it will be more DPS, but we're gonna see how the end game DPS looks like. If it's shit, we're gonna use a trap. If not, yeah, I don't know. Got the what is the not the Tomb Fist, the other one, the Arcane Surge thing, the Commandment of the Pit Gloves, maybe some damage, Abyss Jewels, something like that, so we can. Yeah, since we're not using those links anyways, at least not from my point of view, we can take something like that. Okay, let's go over the Amulet. This is pretty shit. Just some crit multi, no energy shield besides the craft. Wow, great item. But yeah, in the end, you want to have something like that, just with more energy shield, more resistance, whatever. I'm actually not even res capped at the moment. I really need to fix that, but I'm short on currency, that's bad. So we're gonna play like that. You saw that the maps weren't really a problem, because shit is exploding. Just don't get hit, you know. But at some point I should actually fix that. For the rings, it's just energy shield. Here we have all resistance and some dexterity for equipping the Syntrack boots and the Impulsor, because I need more than 100 dex. Here the same, it's just like energy shield and resistance. And the belt, it doesn't even have energy shield besides the implicit. Wow. Good items, Mr. mbXtreme. Get definitely basically on your helm, gloves, on your belt, rings. You can get some energy shield with resistance, and yeah, the amulet probably just gonna check for the multiplier, crit chance, something like that actually. Just with better stats, because 4k energy shield is not a lot at all. Okay, so we went over the gems here and the predictions of the gems. So what about flasks? I use an Serious Promise at the moment because of the extra chaos damage that we get. Then we have a diamond flask with freeze immunity, then a quartz flask of bleed immunity, the wise oak, obviously always a great choice for any kind of elemental build. Just check that your lightning resistance is the highest. For me, it's the lowest. Good job, mbXtreme. You are actually fucking boosted. But yeah, as I said, I just leveled this one up yesterday, okay? I still need to fine-tune a little bit here and there. But yeah, you want to see either your resistances are balanced, so you get all the damage modifiers and also, more importantly, the defensive stuff from that flask. But if not, then try to get your lightning resistance the highest. So your lightning damage, so you get lightning penetration once you use your Wise Oak Flask. And then, yeah, pretty mandatory for mapping, speed mapping, Quicksilver Flask with increased movement speed, because movement speed is awesome. Let's talk about the skill tree real quick. As I said here, we Wait a second, I did Uberlab yesterday before going offline. That's actually pretty insane. Because with 4K live, Itzaru then, yeah, was actually super easy. The lab layout today is not even the best, but, you know, I had an offering laying around, so I was like, yeah, let's go for it, and it worked out pretty fine. So I went with the Swift Killer first for the increased damage and the max power charge. Then I went for the Ghost Dance and the Escape Artist. And lastly, I did the Harness of the Void, because Harness of the Void will actually just boost your DPS and not your survivability. So with the Trickster rework, the Ghost Dance and the Escape Artist are freaking nuts and, in my opinion, just overpowered. Because Ghost Dance, you get like a Ghost Shroud. These are these buffs that we have over here. Every second, and when you get hit, you lose a Ghost Shot but recover 5%, like energy shield equal to 5% of your evasion. You also get movement speed and reduce damage taken, and the Escape Artist will give you evasion rating per 1 max energy shield on your helmet and 1 max energy shield per 6 evasion on your body armor. What that means is you can actually run some high evasion based armors as a Trickster and convert a certain amount of these evasion to flat energy shield, which is actually pretty insane, because now that allows you to use like an Impulsar on a CI character, because you're still gonna get quite some energy shield out of that one. But what I'm thinking is, what about the new Eternity Shroud that has like more than I think like 1.2k evasion or something? So that's actually quite a lot, and on top of that, some energy shield. So you can make some really fancy builds working with those two survivability options in terms of CI, right? Okay, so close that, let's talk about the skill tree. Going over here, elemental damage, crit nodes, pretty straightforward. Here I took the power charge and the soul chief for some more spell leech and energy shield. Then here the brand marks, some more life, spell crit, DCI, and the Ghost Reaver. Going down here I have the arcane focus, arcane will, the starting points for energy shield on the witch area. Then we actually have should actually replace those. I forgot to replace those. Holy fuck. Here's some more brand. Here's some more brand. Here's some more energy shield. Here we have some more energy shield leech. Here are some brand nodes, and here power charge, as same as here. Don't forget this small point over here on the over this power charge, because you get spell damage per power charge. This is a damage boost, right? Not like the others, they just have increased duration. Like, screw that. And here, Light of Divinities, cast speed, spell damage. Here, all resistance and chance to freeze, shocking knight, whatever. So, what you're gonna see here, I'm actually not scaling any jewel slots. This one is missing, this one is missing, this one is missing, this one is missing, and that one is missing. So, probably that one even too. So, why don't I have any kind of jewel slots? Because currency is short. So when I don't even have any jewels, I mean, obviously I can just get in like 1 Chaos Orb jewels or whatever with some lightning damage and max ES or something. But to be honest, I just thought it's mandatory to get my brand skills running for now before I focus on that. So basically, if we're gonna open the path of building real quick, this is the link that I'm going to give you guys in the description below. This is something it should look like. Same as before, just the idea behind that was, you know, the energy from within jewel that converts your maximum life stuff into energy shield. That's why I was actually using Heart of Soul and take this cluster over here. So that would be something like that. And this one over here. So we're going to remove that one here. If I use that in here, we're going to convert these life nodes and that life nodes into energy shield nodes. Which will give quite some energy shield on top of that, but I'm not sure if that's worth it or if we're just gonna take some pure damage jewels on top of that, right? So this would be the tree. We have like 4 clusters for brand stuff. The one is over here, the Runesmith. Then we have one over here, which is the explosive runes. Then we have one Shaman's Dominion, and most importantly, this is most importantly, the Rune Binder, because now you can have 2 brands attached to an enemy. That just doubles your DPS, which is pretty insane. So what I did was I was just leveling up here, get my power charge, ignoring all the top side, moving down to the left side, one more power charge, move to the left side, and just get this Rune Binder and the power charge over here before taking any energy shield nodes, before taking anything like that. Because while leveling Runebinder, this is what you want to have for double DPS, basically. But this would be the full skill tree, as I said. Jewel slot, jewel slot, jewel slot, more deeps, here, jewel slot, jewel slot. So we can actually take the melding wheel at some point too and get an energy from within in here. And yeah, this is it. Basically, link is given in the description below. Let's close this one and close this one. So, in terms of MTX, if you're wondering, Celestial Hood, we have the Fiery Eyes, Celestial Hooded Cloak, the Celestial Body Armor. We have Pit Fighter Gloves and Boots, Celestial Character Effect, and Celestial Footprints, with Double Seraph Dagger with the Dominator weapon effect. Here we have Dragon Flame Dash, the Gore Herald effect that you do not see because we are not playing with the Herald of Thunder at the moment. Celestial Aura effect, Soul Nexus, Righteous Fire for Celestial Righteous Fire, and the Dark Immortal Call. For Pantheons, hey, wait a second, I need Pantheons. How can we fix Pantheons? What is good? Let's just do this together, right? Stun immunity, we don't need because we have this on our skill tree here. Wait a second, where was it? Cannot be stunned while you have Ghost Shroud. So as long as I have those stacks, I'm stun immune. That's pretty awesome. So in that case, we don't need that one. Soul of Lunaris gives us some movement speed here with some damage reduction. And this would be more for... life and energy shield recovery. Probably an upgraded Soul of Arakali would make sense because... so we have a better rate. Increased recovery of life and energy shield. I think yes, because while we are leeching more, right? So yeah, that's pretty good. Arakali, upgrade it, please. Upgrade it. I have to do this today. And in terms of the small ones, we could actually... we are CI, we are immune to chaos damage. What could we take? Tukama doesn't really make sense because we're standing still. Like I said, I just leveled this one up. I haven't even figured out those yet. Probably, I would say we go for... maybe Grutcool for some physical damage reduction. Yeah, I would say Grutcool and Arakali would make sense at this point. Since we're a crit build, we killed... not all bandits, we helped Alira. Alira gives a multiplier and all resistance, which is pretty nice to have. Especially, I'm actually lacking on all resistance anyway, so take this one. Is there anything else we have to add? Future progress, maybe a small talk through. As I said on the skill tree, you're gonna get a big chunk of items or good jewels in there. I want to actually play around the Eternity Shroud. When I saw this item, I was like, hey, wait a second, this is my item. If we open that real quick, Google Eternity Shroud PoE. So what that thing does is gain percentage of elemental damage as extra chaos damage per shaper item equipped, and once you have all shaper items, you're gonna ignore the chaos resistance of the enemy. Which is actually pretty insane, because if you have a big chunk of elemental damage, you do a shitload of chaos damage, and the chaos damage will at some point overwhelm the elemental damage, and ignoring the resistance will end up being a huge DPS boost. That's what I predict, and I want to have it because I love shaper items. What I wanted to do with the last character, but... you know, I still want to use Void Battery, so I need to chance a Shaped Prophecy Wand to get a Shaped Void Battery. Twice. So that's probably, if you use the Prophecy to chance it, it's, yeah. Let's say 10 exalts per Void Battery in the Shaped variant. Then, yeah, some other Shaped items, maybe a Voltaxic Rift, but that's, oops. I didn't want to spoil or anything. But yeah, this is it for now. I'm gonna go mapping now. I need to get this character up. I need my skill points. I need currency. I need just everything. And then we're gonna do Uber Elder on this one. And then I can bring you the update. If we actually went with the Herald of Thunder or if we went with the Wrath. And I don't know, how much could I actually achieve in terms of the energy shield with some mediocre gear. Because nothing too expensive over here. Alright, and then I will bring you tomorrow... or in 2 days, the 2 weeks into Synthesis League. What are my thoughts about the Nexus? What should be changed? Why is Trickster fucking overpowered? Why does Energy Shield is the new meta? And also, most importantly, wait a second. You nerfed Energy Shield in 3.0, but now Energy Shield is way better than Life again. So why actually nerfing it in the first point? And yeah, something like that. Some podcast stuff of video, but we're gonna see about how that will work out. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you later on the stream or tomorrow on the video. So peace out.